You may not believe it, but this is my story. This is what I know. Because I lived it. I serve a very wealthy man. And when he throws a banquet, well, you don't want to miss it. You can be sure the event will be extravagant. And more wonderful than you can imagine. That's what made his last banquet all the more memorable. You see, he invited all of the usuals. The ones who live close by. But they all backed out when I tried to get the final head count. With the most ridiculous excuses. One said he had to inspect some land he just bought. Another said he had to go see 5 yoke of oxen he had just purchased. What a joke. Like anyone would buy such expensive property sight unseen. Were they just trying to look important? Another said he had just gotten married. But had apparently forgotten how important celebrations are. Silly excuse after silly excuse. When I told the master, however, things went from silly to absolutely foolish. He told me to fill up the banquet hall with anyone who could use a square meal. The deformed, the out of work, the misfits, the folks further out in the city. At first I thought he was kidding. Do you understand what an insult this would be to his family and friends? He was throwing away his own status. For nothing. These people couldn't appreciate a feast like this. These people couldn't return the favor. He was going after all the wrong crowd. Then things got even crazier. I told him there was still room. And he sent me outside of the city gates. For even more people. This time, it was the homeless. And the kind of people we protect ourselves from. They were the reason why we have gates. The master was making himself vulnerable, inviting in all the riffraff. He was turning all the rules about invitations, feasts and honor upside down. For nobodies. But I did his bidding. I had to force those outside the city gates to come in. It turns out they were afraid. They were used to being on the outside. They couldn't even imagine the good things in store for them. And I began to get excited just to see these nobodies pull up a chair at the master's table. And be treated like somebodies. And taste. And see. But here's the strange thing, no matter how many I invited in, there was still room. For another. And another. The master never closed the door. And he never insisted that the guests change into nicer clothes. Or act like someone important. He just wanted everyone to come. It's not only foolish. But amazing. Wonderful. So, I'm back again. There's still room. For every last one. For you. The only question is, will you come?